Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of Juicing with Jay. I wasn't prepared to come into the garden today, but I just decided to just come out here early this morning and do some work. So I saw my corn in the back and the husk started to turn. So I decided to, let me go ahead and just pull this. Usually in the grocery stores, you see the husk on the corn is like pretty green and you pull it back and the corn looks delicious. So I was like, oh, the husk is turning. So let me go ahead and try to pull this corn. Hopefully I could save it. And to my surprise, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful, delicious yellow corn. Now, there's 3 more behind me and I'm not prepared to go in because it's intertwined with the squash. And if you know about the squash plant, it has some pretty dangerous looking and feeling thorns on the growth, on the stalk of it. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you. So yeah, I wasn't prepared. So I I ran in there with my excitement, and I kind of, you can't really see it, but yeah, it did some damage to my arm. So yeah, I'm gonna go put on some long sleeves and go with my gardening glove because it's in the back. All kinds of creatures are bumping in the day and the night. So I'm gonna go in, get the rest of the corn that's back there. There's 2 more corn plants. I knew I wasn't able to save those. I should have pulled them, but when you're forming organically and you're expecting the corn to look as big as the one that is in the store, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So when you're growing organically, your corn is going to be a little bit smaller than what you would see in the store because of all the pesticides and the chemicals and things that they put in their growth hormones in order to grow the corn to, a big size. So another thing that I did in the garden a couple of days ago was I went and I moved all the diseased leaves from my squash plant. I bought this product, which I'm gonna post, and that product didn't do jack squat for any of my plants, and it sold you on the premise that it was supposed to protect you from the white mold that grows on the plants, but it didn't do anything. So I'm gonna post that. Don't ever buy that product. It's horrible. So I went and I removed all the diseased leaves, and I got new growth almost immediately. So this is one of the only leaves that I kept on here. It wasn't that bad at the time when I was removing all the other leaves, but now I'm going to remove this. But as you can see, brand new growth. It's popping up on the vines now. Brand new growth. That's intertwined with some watermelon. There's a lot of watermelon on the vine. So brand new growth. Brand new growth. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip this off right here, and then I'm gonna attack this plant. This plant was the last plant that I planted, so it's doing fairly well. It's giving me some squash there and some squash there. So it's doing pretty good. This plant is pretty healthy, as you can see. But I got a couple of leaves that I need to take care of. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Yeah, so as of right now, everything is looking real, once again, bountiful. Have a lot of tomatoes coming up now. Tomatoes coming up everywhere. Tomatoes coming up here. See the flowers. I've harvested at least 3 off of this plant already. Very delicious. I'm gonna post some pictures of me grilling them. And then we have a watermelon looking really, really healthy. And then this grapevine that's kind of camouflaged with the watermelon is something that was gifted to me by Pixie, and I just kept it in a cup and I put some nutrients with it, and now it's starting to grow, so I need to transplant that. Thank you, Pixie. And then, you know, some more squash. Those are the green squash. And then we also have some pumpkin coming up. Pumpkin. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. And this beautiful habanero plant. So yeah, just a quick gardening update. So after all the fertilizer that I purchased and my dragon fruit still didn't give me any buds, so I'm kind of disappointed in that, but there's always next year. I went and added another dragon fruit to my collection. It was on sale, so I had to pick it up. This is the red dragon fruit. Picked this up from Home Depot for $14.98, and 2 weeks ago they were selling it for $20. Smaller than that. I ended up getting a discount on this, and it's looking really good. So everything is looking good. Sugarcane looking strong, growing. And then this squash is finally turning yellow, so I guess it's about the time for me to pluck it off. I had some beautiful spaghetti squash on the grill also, very delicious. It was my first time eating that spaghetti squash. So they're turning yellow now, turning yellow on the vine, so it's about time to pluck those. I'm gonna do a harvest video, share that with you guys. There's another one hiding a bit down there, and another one up here. The first one who drops a comment, the first one who drops a comment after I release this video, the first one who drops a comment after I release this video will get one of those beautiful, beautiful summer spaghetti squash. But you have to be in my immediate circle where I can deliver it to you. I'm not shipping that one. It's really heavy. It's at least about 20 pounds. So maybe 15 pounds. It's heavy. It's pretty heavy. First one to drop a comment will win that beautiful squash. All right. Juicing with Jay, gardening update. I'll see you on the next video. Each one, teach one.